Hello people interwebs and welcome, it's One Life Life as always, and today I've got something a little bit different for you guys. We got a bit of a tutorial on how I got my deck to look like this. I've had lots of positive feedback from the community. A lot of people were like, that's a pretty sweet overlay, and they really enjoyed my deck list. So I'm going to show you guys on how I achieve this. It's really easy. It's easy to do when you know how. So I'm going to jump right in and show you guys how we do it. Now you will need some sort of image editing software to do this. There is not a website that does this at the moment. If by some means, Jules Deck Helper, you check this video out and you'd like to work in conjunction, and maybe you could find a way to display this in this manner, I'd be more than willing to work alongside with you, give you the images, do the images for you, whilst you do the back end coding work to get it so we can have that displayed as an option on your website, so that when people build decks, they can have this as an image that they can save and they can import onto their own streams, which would be pretty cool, I think. But anyhow guys, for now you will need an image editing software. Now the one I use is Fireworks. Yeah, I know it's as old as time, and why am I not showing you with Photoshop? Mainly because I can't afford Photoshop, and this was something I bought a long time ago when I was doing a bit of web design. So I've kept it around and I still use it, and it does what I need it to do, which is sort of very basic sort of image editing stuff for YouTube and stuff like that. So it does the job. And now guys, I'm pretty sure you can achieve this in Photoshop as well, but I'm going to show you in Fireworks how you achieve this. So first thing we're going to do is create a new image. Now the image we're going to be making today is going to be 429 by 959. And the background, we're going to need it 425 29 by 959. Thank you. Yay! And then background needs to be black. Reason why it's black is mainly excuse me, because we need to have it when we display the cards. We need to have a gap between each card, so then you can see it just makes it stand out more, is what I'm trying to say. As bad as I am at English, I don't understand. But anyhow, all the rest of this sort of the look of this is built up of rectangles, believe it or not. Everything is built up of rectangles in this whole image. So we're going to make a rectangle. Now the rectangle I want to use for the majority of this is 425 by 27. Now it may look a bit thin from this view. Bear in mind that's 55%. If we view it at 150%, that's a bit better. So we're just going to move it. Now I make the x-axis be 2, and the reason why I do that is, as you can clearly see, it just leaves a nice edge of blackness either side. So then I can put the border at a later stage. Now everything on the sort of the main look of this, where the deck list is going to be built up of this one rectangle. All we're going to do is just copy and paste this one rectangle over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create the top half of this. So we're going to create the top half. So we copy and we paste. Oh, hello. Don't know what happened there. Copy, paste, and then we're just going to drag it all the way up. This one gets dragged all the way pretty much to the top. Make sure it's on x-axis is still on 2, so it doesn't look out of place. We'll just change the color just slightly so we can tell that this is going to be the deck name, which is fine. Now if you want to give it its deck name now, you can do. I mean, all you do is you add text, and we'll just call it deck name, not namer, deck name. And then in these sort of editing softwares, you can sort of readjust it so it looks where you want it to look. And then all we need to do is create the top border as well. Copy this, paste it, and we'll just drag the this one up. This usually goes at y-axis of -25. And then we'll just change the colour of that. We'll change it to, I don't know, let's change it to orange. There we go. And then we'll drag this one up a bit more. Make sure that is a bit more gappier than the other one. Make sure the x-axis is 2 again. And then we'll change that colour again. We'll change it to that orange. Or, yeah, there. That's about right, yeah. That's fine. Okay, so we want to make a note of the y-axis on this one, which is 41. So we want this grey one to be on the y-axis of 43. And we want it in front of the orange thing, which it is going to be. So then you can see that it's just peeking. The orange is just peeking out from behind the first grey block. Now to create the actual deck, we're just going to copy it, paste it, and we know that it is on the y-axis of 43. The height of this image is 27, so we want to make it to be 28 pixels more. The next one is on the y-axis, so we're going to go 43 add 28 equals 71. So if we change the y-axis to 71, it will give us that nice little gap, and you can continue to do that all the way down. The only thing I would say when you're doing this, make sure you make a note of the bottommost one of the y-axis of that one, and always copy it bottom to top. Now the reason why you want to do that is because you want to change the y-axis of the top one to 28 plus what the bottom y-axis was. It sounds a bit complicated. It is a bit complicated, but it's the best way to get that sort of gap to look, and it will look even all the way down. So I'm only going to show you with 2 of these on how you do it. I'm going to show you with a single mana cost sort of card, and then I'm going to show you how you do it with a colourless cost as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to need some card images. Now the website that I personally use, and I recommend that everyone should use, is a website called Jules Deck Helper. So we're just going to come over here, we're just going to Jules the Deck Helper, and it's going to be the top one. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. And now the reason why I like Jules Deck Helper, not only because it's a great website and it's nicely displayed, but when you save some of the images, let's just go to instance just for here, and let's just grab a built to last. Yeah, that'll be fine. Save images built to last, and it'll save it as that card name, and then we'll find a different color. Now we'll find the same color actually. Go for the same color, and we'll go for, I don't know, Blessed Alliance. Let's go for Best Alliance here. Save image as Blessed Alliance. Okay, so as you notice, it will save the images as well. So it's a pretty cool website for that. Now we've got our images. The only thing we will need before we go about anything else is attaining the mana symbols. Now you can go on Google and you can go and you can put MTG mana symbols, and you should find an image on the internet that looks kind of like this. This is what I used. Where is it? Where did I put it? Should find an image like this, and you can extract every sort of mana symbol from here, even the colourless costs as well. You can grab from here, so it's pretty good. They can get hold of that. Makes life a lot more easier. And as you can see, I've already got my mana symbols cut and ready to go. So, where are we going to do this? Well, first of all, we need to import the image. So, we're going to import, and we're going to go to our desktop, and we're going to grab Build to Last first. And we're just going to have a look at the card. I'm going to go, okay, what part of this card looks sweet? So I reckon the top part of this card, that's pretty cool. Actually, this looks pretty cool, actually, this bottom part. But it doesn't really matter. We'll just cut it, and then we paste it, and then all we need to do is get the move tool, and we need to move it away. And then click off it, and then click back on it, and then click on the card, and delete the card. Now, the card images that I use, I make them to be a width of 225. That's so it looks a bit longer. Now, all we need to do here is we need to just match this up with this edge here, and we cut it. And then we click on the rectangle we want to import it inside of. So we're going to paste it inside of. We pasted it inside of the wrong one. Let's undo that. Undo. Let's try that again. Good. And then we want to paste inside this one, please. Paste inside. There we go. Much better. So we pasted it inside there. And then all we need to do is just add the text here. Let's just say it's going to be, I don't know, let's say we're playing 4 built to last. I'm just going to move that along. Ooh. Come on. Up a bit more, down a bit more. There we go. Ooh, no, come on. There we go. Now, what I do with the text on this one is I do add a little bit of a drop shadow effect, just to make it stand out a bit more. It's the default one. You don't need to mess around with anything else. So now all we need to do from here is get the mana symbol in. So it's back to File, Import, and then back in here, back in my images where I have it saved. Come on, let me in. No, wrong one. Come on, mana symbols, white mana, boom. Okay, as you can clearly see, this is going to be too big, so we're going to resize this, and I make it 25 by 23. Gives it a nice circular sort of shape. And we place it. We try and place it to the left, to the right. Sorry, as far as we can. So therefore, you can have it all nicely lined up then. So that's how we get one of them with the mana cost. Okay. So we're going to show you how you do one with a colorless cost. So let's get that image. Let's get the image. So we're going to go back to our desktop, and this time we're going to go get Blessed Alliance. Same shenanigan again. I'm just going to cut part of this card out that we think looks cool. Drag it over here. Do the same again. Delete that. Make sure this is 225 as well, or it just look odd. And then drag it across. Again, make sure it's nice and even. Then just cut it. And then we're just going to paste it inside. And there we go. And then again. Now what I tend to do here is, because I want this text to always be on the same sort of line, so I can see that I want this text to always be on the same line. Always, always, always. We want it to be on the same line, going downwards. Okay, so what I tend to do is I will copy and paste the text, and I will drag it down. The reason why I'm doing that is because then I can actually match up the length, so I can go, what is different here? That's 1 and 39, that's 0 and 66. So let's go to that one and change that one, and then that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so this part is really easy because all we need to do is just copy. All we need to do is copy and paste the white mana symbol, and then drag that down. Now to get the colourless mana symbols, as you probably saw earlier, I did have the mana symbols already saved, so it's just going to be a simple process of importing them into here. So we'll just import it, and then again we're going to make this 25 by 23. We're going to make it the same size as the white, because then it will look even as well. So as you see, we've got this. We just need to change the text of this. So let's change the text of this so it's not so confusing for everyone. Change it to 3 Blessed Alliance. Ooh, okay, let's just grab that. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Now, as you can see, that it's starting to come together. You can see that we've already got 2 cards in our deck, and you can see how we get each one of the cards into it and how we display it. Now, the final touches that you may be asking yourself is, okay, how did you do the borders? Okay, so this one, the topmost orange one, needs to be 429. It needs to be the same image back. It needs to be the same width as the background. The same goes true with the rest of this. So if we go to edit, copy, edit, paste, and then we drag that one down, and then we flip it, we transform it and flip it 90 degrees. We want to change the height of this one. Okay, we want to change it to 959. If we're going to use the whole lot, I mean, we can make this as long as we want. You know, it depends on how long the deck is, how many cards are in the deck, and all that good stuff. But what I want to do is just place it there so it doesn't look completely out of place. You know, it has a nice little sort of bordered effect going on. Now we're just going to nick this, we're going to copy it, and we're going to paste it, and then we're just going to drag it over to the other side like that. And hey presto, again, if we see that the white mana symbol is maybe just a little bit too close or is covering it, then we can just readjust each one, you know. But that seems to be fine. But as you can see, this is exactly how I did it and how each one will be displayed going forward. So guys, if you like this kind of video, don't forget to give me a subscribe and a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.